Well, Malik Samuel is a senior researcher at the non-profit organization Good Governance Africa. He joins us live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. So first of all, just bring viewers up to speed with what's been happening, the background to this high casualty toll.
Thank you for having me, Sammy. So what we know, like your reporter rightly mentioned, is that armed group attacked a community called Muguru in Kwara State, which is in north-central Nigeria, while the authorities say it is a bandits attack. But the nature of the attack and testimonies from community members suggest that this is not just a bandits attack, but rather a terrorist attack by one of the Boko Haram factions called the Jamaat al Jihad that operates around that area. So this particular faction used to be based in the nearby Niger State, but I think in late 2025, after the US airstrike, the group moved into Kwara State. So so that is the group that I think likely carried out the attack, because this is the pattern that the group usually follows when it wants to get communities to buy into its agenda, which is basically to pledge allegiance to it against the state by subscribing to its own version of the Sharia law. And so if there's a pushback, usually this kind of attacks usually take place, either gunshot or beheading of community members. So this attack looks most likely that it was carried out by the Jazz faction of Boko Haram.
The violence was rising over the last few days, right? That's why schools were closed in recent days. Did the authorities misjudge the situation? I mean, where were the authorities? Why were they not there able to prevent something like this from happening?
I think this is the nature of the very complex security situation in Nigeria, where armed militiamen or armed gunmen target very remote communities. And given the size of the country, and also given the fact that the security agents are very stretched, it is very difficult to know exactly where attacks will be happening. And even when attacks happen in many of these places, because of the remoteness of the communities, the response time of security forces is usually very slow for different reasons, including infrastructure and poor road. But the most important thing is that we could talk about all these impediments to responding to this attack, but community members want to feel safe, and as it is, they are not able to do so because the government has failed them to protect them, and because this is not the first time we're seeing attacks like this, but in different communities. So people expect that the government forces should actually be going after these groups wherever they are based or wherever they hide out, so that they are not able to attack other vulnerable communities. So it is a failure, utter failure, from the government to protect people, because this is not the first time we're seeing attacks like this.
All right, thank you so much for your analysis, Malik Samuel, senior researcher, the Good Governance Africa.
Don't miss out on the full picture. Subscribe to Al Jazeera for reliable news and expert insights. Like, share, stay ahead.